Hi guys, my name is Rachel and today I'm here to do my June TBR. These are all the books I want to read in the month of June. I haven't filmed in a while, it's been like 2 or 3 weeks, so I've had a lot going on. I got a new dog, I adopted him from Ash Animal Rescue. I'll insert a photo of him somewhere on the screen. I've named him Cass after Castiel from Supernatural, one of my all-time favourite shows. So he's been keeping me busy, been walking him like 3 times a day and just absolutely love having him here. So he's getting on really well with my cat Loki, so I'm just really loving having him in the house and it's just so nice. So he's been keeping me busy and I've also had some other things going on, so finally getting back to filming. I really want to get back to my upload once a week, so hopefully I will get back to that. So I have 5 books to show you today, so without further ado, let's get straight into the books I want to read in the month of June. So the first book I want to read in the month of June is Frankly in Love by David Yoon. So this is a contemporary novel. Basically we follow our main character Frank Lee, who has emigrated from Korea to California, I believe, and basically his parents have one rule: he can only date Korean girls. However, he falls in love with a white girl called Brit. He has a friend called Joy Song who's actually in the same boat as him, so in order to gain their freedom they pretend to date each other. So this has a fake dating trope, which is an amazing trope in my opinion. I absolutely love fake dating. I loved it in To All the Boys I Loved Before. I just think it's such a fun trope. It's just so enjoyable to read about, and I've heard really good things about this one. I believe it might actually be a duology. I think the second book is coming out soon. I'm not entirely sure. I'm obsessed with the cover as well. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm just really excited. It just seems like a fun, simple read, which sometimes end up being the best reads. It's just the ones that are just simple and just you fly through them. I just cannot wait. It's just going to be so much fun. So I will hopefully get to this one in the month of June. The next book I hope to read in the month of June is book 5 in the Wheel of Time series, which is called The Fires of Heaven by Robert Jordan. So I've just finished book 4, The Shadow Rising. I won't tell you my thoughts on that book yet because I will speak about it in my May wrap up, but I do hope to get to book 5 very soon. I'm really enjoying this series so far. I've talked about it so much on my channel, and this is the last book I actually own, so I need to go ahead and buy the next few books. I have no idea where I'm going to put all 14 books on my shelf, but I will find space. As I've said before, this is a 14-book long epic fantasy series following a variety of different characters and their journey. We follow Rand, who's like the main character, but there's also others who are also main characters like Matt and Perrin and Nynaeve, Egwene and Elaine. There are just so many characters. These characters have just grown on me so much, like they mean so much to me. This series is just my obsession at the moment. Like I really want to go ahead and buy Wheel of Time merch. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I end up getting a Wheel of Time tattoo in the future after I finish all 14 books. I definitely see that happening. It's just such an incredible series. Just so much is going on and I'm only 4 books in. Like I cannot believe there are still like 10 more books. It's just insane. And I think book 4, The Shadow Rising, that I just finished is the longest in the series, so at least I've got the longest one out of the way. This one's only slightly shorter though. It's like still 900 pages or something, but I'm very much excited to keep reading this series and see where it goes. The next book I plan to read in the month of June is The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. I've heard excellent things about this book. I don't know too much about it, but I just kind of want to go in blind. Also, I'm obsessed with this book cover. Like she is just absolutely stunning, and also look at the pages. We got some gorgeous green tip pages there. I wasn't expecting that when I bought it, so when I opened it up and I saw that, I was so impressed. It's absolutely stunning. As I said, I don't know too much about it, and even the blurb on the back is very short. It says, "Are we girls or are we demons? Are we going to die or are we going to survive?" That sounds really intriguing. I feel like I don't need to know much more about it. I mean, I do know it's obviously a fantasy series. I'm not really sure how many books there are going to be, but I'm just really excited to dive in because I've heard such amazing things. It also says on the back here, it's a quote from BuzzFeed, and it says, "Fans of Children of Blood and Bone and Black Panther are going to adore this." That sounds really intriguing. I actually haven't read Children of Blood and Bone, but I do love Black Panther. I mean, one of the best Marvel movies for sure, so very much excited to dive in and see what this is about, and I'm sure I'm going to love it because I haven't heard a single negative thing about this book. The next book I plan to read in the month of June is Take Me Home Tonight by Morgan Matson. This is Morgan Matson's new novel. Morgan Matson is a really great author. I haven't actually read all of her books yet though, so maybe I should read her other books first, but honestly I just want to get to this one because it sounds really fun. This basically follows our main characters Kat and Stevie, who are best best friends. They are both theatre kids, and one day they sneak off for a night in New York City. So their plan is to have like an amazing night, but basically it just goes completely wrong. There's like a destroyed phone, there's a massive argument, there's something to do with a Pomeranian, which I'm super excited about. I absolutely love dogs, obviously, so anything to do with a dog in a book is going to make me so happy. I think it takes place in the space of 24 hours, and I love books that take place in such a short space of time because I always find they're very fast paced and just so much happens in such a small amount of time. Also, I love that this book is about friendship because I feel like most contemporary novels in general are mostly romance based, which is fine. I do love a good contemporary romance. However, it is just nice to read about a friendship for once because who doesn't love their friends? I mean, I worship my friends. It's just nice to read a book all about friends. So I'm excited to see what exactly happens. Like, I assume it's just a complete test on their friendship and their loyalty to each other, and I just really can't wait. I love Morgan Matson. She's such a great author. Her books are always very gripping and engaging, and I just love her characters. I think the cover is gorgeous as well. The colours are just stunning, and we got the two girls and they're like holding hands. It's just really sweet. I just love that. So I am really excited to get into this, and I think it'll just be a very fun, quick, easy read. So very much looking forward to it. The final book I plan to read in the month of June is volume 1 of the Archibalds Locks series by Darren Shan. This is his newest series. This is volume 1, so technically this is 3 books in one. So the first one is Archibalds Locks and the Bridge Between Worlds. The second book is Archibald Locks and the Empress of Swanpan or something. And the third book is Archibald Locks and the Vote of Alignment. So I got the 3 covers on the back. So this entire volume covers all 3 books. So I'm not sure if I'll read all 3 of them in June, but I probably will. I mean, it's not that long. So basically we follow a young locksmith and he finds a parallel universe full of different kind of worlds. There he has to deal with like cold-blooded killers and empresses and magic, I assume. I don't know too much about it. I haven't heard anyone talk about it, but I love Darren Shan. He's been one of my favorite authors since forever. Like, I love him so much, and it's been quite a few years since I've read from him, so I'm just so excited to get into this. I'm not sure if it's YA or a children's series, but I don't really care. No matter what he writes, whether it's children's, YA or adult, he always writes incredible books, so I'm just so excited to get back to Darren Shan's writing. It's been far too long. I miss him so much. I've actually met Darren Shan a few times in person, and he's just the loveliest person. I'm not sure how many books there are at the moment. I think there might be 6 in this series so far, but I could be wrong about that. But I'm just so excited, and I hope I love this as much as his other books. I just think it's going to be so much fun, full of magic and adventure, and just putting me in a really good, happy mood. So I'm very excited to get to this, and I hope I do finish the entire volume. I'm sure I will. It's going to be a fun ride, and I really cannot wait. So that is it for my June TBR. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I get to all these books in the month of June, and I'm so excited to talk about the books I've read in May so far, because May has been an amazing reading month in terms of quantity, so very much excited to talk about all the books I read. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like, please give me a like and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me, and also leave me a comment and just say hello, or tell me if you've read any of these books that I plan to read in June and whether or not you enjoyed them. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. Slán live!